Welcome to Wisdom of the World. Today I'm going to tell a story from Spain. And it's about, do we really need to be kind to people we don't like? It's called The Fisherman and the Rich Moor. And it goes like this. Once upon a time in Spain, there lived a fisherman on the coast. And he was a kind man. He was a fisherman, so he would go out fishing, sell his fish. He was wise with his money. He led a good life. At every Christmas, actually every holiday, he thought, not everybody is as lucky and maybe as wise with money as I am. So he was into the habit of looking for a poor, unfortunate man or person and take them into his home, feed them a really good meal, put them nice and warm by the heater, and just in general for one day have them lead a really good life. So he did that. And so one Christmas, he again went out and he looked for, a poor person to do that. And he saw a Moorish slave. And basically, in those days, the Moors, which were northern African Muslims, were the enemies. They were regarded as bad people and as deserving to be slaves. Actually, the Spanish were afraid of them because there were a lot of pirates that always roamed the Mediterranean Sea. But he thought, it is Christmas and he is still a person that is in a bad shape, so I need to help him. So he invited this man over to his house and gave him a nice warm day. And the Moorish slave was grateful, surprised, grateful, and after that day went back to his master. Now, our friend the fisherman heard that this particular slave was bought out by his family and returned to Northern Africa, where he came from. And so that seemed to be the end of the story. Yet, a year after that, our fisherman went sailing far from the coast. And there he was captured by Moorish pirates. And he was sold at a slave market in Algiers. And the man was just thinking about his miserable future ahead of him and didn't pay much attention to the rich Moors around him, but one of them bought him and brought him home and said to him, "Are you not the man who takes in unfortunate man and gives them a nice warm day on their holidays, And the fisherman was surprised and said, "Yes, I do," and looked carefully at the Moor, and then he recognized that he had taken that particular guy in one day earlier, many years before that. And the Moor, rich Moor, said, "I will pay back one good deed with another." So he freed the fisherman and he sent him back home to Spain. And before he left, he said, "One piece of advice, my fisherman, you are growing old. Please don't go fishing anymore out in the sea. Stay home with your comfortable, nice fire." And so the fisherman got back to Spain and followed the advice of the Moor and led a happy end of his life. So why am I telling you this story? Because I think the story speaks for itself. Kindness, good deeds always repay themselves. If you have any comments or suggestions for another story, let me know. Thank you.